G'day viewers, it's the end of another week. Time for us to revel in the fact we're not crazy, the world really is totally fucked up. Yes, it's Totally Fucked Up Friday, and here's a few stories to prove what I mean. Starting with a bit of a celebrity sex scandal. Now, I hang out on a site called Reddit where people post links to articles they think are interesting, funny pictures, and sometimes people tell personal stories. Like this one. I get a lot of my material from Reddit. People often ask, where do I find these stories? That's one of my sources. Now, this guy posts a story about how he hooked up with Peaches Geldof, the daughter of Bob Geldof, who was a pop star in the 80s with the Boomtown Rats, later became much more famous for organising the Live Aid concerts. The way he tells the story, Peaches Geldof offered him heroin, they got high, had wild sex, he woke up not knowing what the fuck was going on, and he was in a Scientology centre. This one really has it all. Are these little starlets going for a race to the bottom? I mean, like, Britney Spears could go, well, I might have flashed my coups to all the paparazzi, but at least I didn't do heroin and have sex with a stranger in a Scientology centre. What is Sir Bob gonna think about this? Actually, he might be happy because he's been getting flack recently from some stories suggesting the Live Aid money was actually siphoned off by military dictatorships rather than going to feed people. Maybe he prefers stories about his daughter being a drugged up whore. I don't know. Either way, totally fucked up. Speaking of crazy cults, the leaders of cults usually designate themselves the leader of cults. You know, I've been planning the angry cult for a while, me at the top, obviously. But imagine how life is for Raj Patel. He's an author, and he's off on his book tour, and people start coming up to him going, have you heard of Benjamin Cream? To which his answer is no, because he's not a fucking nutbag. Benjamin Cream was a freak who founded, even by cult standards, a fucking crazy cult that's some bizarre mix of ufology, Christianity, and New Age horseshit. And by weird coincidence, Raj Patel's life matches what this dude predicted would be the Saviour's life, the new Christ, the second coming. So now Raj Patel has complete fucking nutbag strangers coming up to him saying, it's the Messiah. Wow, how would you deal with that? I mean, you think, oh wow, his family must be pretty freaked out about it. His mum showed up to his house wearing a t-shirt that says, he's not the Messiah, he's a naughty boy. Thanks, Mum. Way to show the support. Monty Python jokes at your son's expense. On ya. Enough of the frivolity. I'm going to end on a much more serious story. If you haven't heard of the site WikiLeaks, it's a site that was invented to post whistleblower information, to anonymously post sensitive information like exposing corruption, crime, and whatnot. Personally, I am far from sold on the value of WikiLeaks. I think it's just rife for abuse, but they have broken some fairly major stories. And not surprisingly, they've been under a lot of pressure from both criminal and government organisations, and they seem to be coming under an immense amount of focus from US military and secret service organisations, probably because they said they were going to post a video that they say proved the murder of civilians by US forces under General Petraeus. A little bit touchy. It remains to be seen how much there is to that, but I'm going to provide some links that cover the story, and again, I'm really cautious about ending up being friend of conspiracy theorists, but this is some pretty fucking heavy shit going on. Now, you can't do what WikiLeaks does and not expect some heat, particularly from criminals, particularly from, like, tin pot third world dictators when you expose them. But when a country like the US, supposedly founded on freedom, openness, democracy, wants to stomp people just because they're embarrassing them, it's getting a bit creepy. And like I said, for me, personally, the creepiest bit is when I'm on the same side as the conspiracy theorists. Because when conspiracy theorists are right, we are in a world gone mad.